the fuck I am? Oh right. I need to go Song Seeker first. Oh, what the fuck is this bitch doing? A fucking asshole. Do we even have builds here to kill him? Oh no.
Моей жизни заключительный каприз. Рассмешавшись, прыгал со скалы. Вот я вырвала меня из стала. И забрать себя посмела видишь ты, лишь осознав, кого ты потеряла. Кого ты потеряла? Кого ты потеряла? За столом сидели мужики и ели. Мясом конюх угощал своих гостей. Все расхваливали ужин, и хозяин весел был, о жене своей все время говорил. Ели мясо мужики, пивом запивали. О чем конюх говорил, они не поняли. Я узнал недавно, все бы, как ни странно, конюх хриплым голосом проговорил. С моей мамой встречались вдали от меня, и поэтому всех вас собрал сегодня я. Ели мясо мужики, пивом запивали. О чем конюх говорил, они не поняли. Я за нею следил, в том моя вина. Но скажите, правда вкусная она? Ели мясо мужики, пивом запивали. О чем конюх говорил, они не понимали. Ели мясо мужики, пивом запивали. О чем конюх говорил, они не поняли. все в один голос. Крик подобен грому. Дайте людям рому. Нужно по-любому людям выпить рому. Что ты гостям суешь? Шахматы и лото. Нас ты не проведешь. Трактирщик ты или кто? Где пианист под роялем спит? У скрипача голова болит. Весь приличный люд превратился в сброд. Не унять народ. Здравствуй, Новый год. Гостям, конечно, нужен ром, а он прибудет завтра днем. На старика помнит мир. Прощай, мой маленький трактир. Ай! Ай! Крик подобен грому. Дайте людям рому. Нужно по-любому людям выпить рому. В трактир зашел аббат, ну да и шут бы с ним. Если б не странный факт, то что и шут был с ним. И оглядев людей, пищу сварили всем из шутовских затей и богословских дел. Где пианист под роялем спит? У скрипача инструмент разбит. Весь приличный люд превратился в сброд. Не унять народ. Здравствуй, Новый год. Выпили суки ром. Темный мрачный коридор, я на цыпочках котов пробираюсь чуть дыша, чтобы не вспугнуть тех, кто спит уже давно, тех, кому не все равно.
19 godlike. What?
Крестик на моей груди,
Okay.
что в тебе способен он резко изменить. Много книжек я читал, много фокусов играл. Свою тайну от меня не пытайся скрыть. Я это видел, как бессонница, час ночной, ненавидимая облик твой. Чьих невольница, ты день, зачем тебе охотиться на людей? Очень жаль, что ты тогда мне поверить не смогла в то, что новый твой приятель не такой, как все. Ты осталась с ним вдвоем, не зная ничего о нем, что для всех опасен он.
I didn't got all the thing I need. Shit.
Ты попала к настоящему колдуну. Он загубил таких, как ты, не одну. Слово другой, час ночной, теперь он может управлять тобой. Все происходит в страшном сне. И накатится стресс, опасно мне.
10 knowledge. That's not what I can afford. So yeah, I'll just wipe the build. Sadly. It was unlucky, whatever. Wait, I have to check something real quick. Okay. I'm for real watching videos while oh my god. I'll just get Hamilton's soundtrack, I guess.
Endlessly, essentially, they tax us relentlessly. Then King George turns around, runs a spending spree. He ain't never gonna set his descendants free, so there will be a revolution in this century.
That's me.
Don't be shocked when your history book mentions me. I will lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually, you'll see my ascendancy, and I am not thrown away my shot.
I'm not throwing my shot.
I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.
Bro, I'm just bad. I can't. I need a text to read it. I just don't remember, bro. Throw away my shot.
Tailor's apprentice, and I got sharp knuckleheads and local parentes. I'm joining a rebellion, so know what's my chances to be advanced. Instead of sewing some pants, I'm gonna take a shot. And but we'll never be truly free until those in bodies have the same rights as you and me. You and I do or die. Until I sat in on the stallion with the first black battalion, never another shot. Geniuses, lower your voices. You keep out of trouble and you know what your choice is. I'm with you, but the situation is wrong. Got to be careful to talk. If you talk, you're gonna get shot. Birds, look what we got. Mr. Lafayette, hard rock like Lancelot. I think your pants look hot. Lawrence, I like you a lot. Let's hatch a plot blacker than the kettle calling the pot. What are the odds of God to put us all in one spot? Put a squad in conventional wisdom, like it or not. A bunch of revolutionary manumission abolitionists. Give me a position, show me where the ammunition is. Oh, am I talking too loud? Sometimes I get overexcited, shoot off at the mouth. I never had a group of friends before. I promise that I'll make y'all proud. Let's get this guy in front of a crowd.
My shot. I'm not throwing 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 my shot.
Everybody sing, whoa, whoa, whoa. When you're living on your knees, you rise up. Tell your brother that he's gotta rise up. Tell your sister that she's gotta rise up. When our knees gonna 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 rise up. Rise up. I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. When's it gonna get me? In my sleep, 7 feet ahead of me. If I see it coming, do I run or do I let it be? Is it like a beat without a melody? See, I never thought I'd live past 20. Where I come from, some get half as many. Ask anybody why we living fast and we laugh, reach for a blast. We have to make this moment last. That's plenty. Scratch that. This is not a moment. It's the movement where all the hungriest brothers with something to prove went. Foes oppose us. We take an honest stand. We roll like Moses, claiming our promised land. And if we win our independence, is that a guarantee of freedom for our descendants? Or will the blood we shed begin an endless cycle of vengeance and death with no defendants? I know the action and the speed is exciting, but Jesus, between all the bleeding and fighting, I've been reading and writing. We need to handle our financial situation. Are we a nation of states? What's the state of our nation? I'm past patiently waiting, I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every action's an act of creation. I'm laughing in the face of casualties of sorrow. For the first time I'm thinking past tomorrow. And I am not throwing my shot.
I'm not throwing my shot.
I'm just like my country, I'm young, scrappy and hungry, and I'm not throwing my shot. We gonna rise up, ain't time to take a shot. We gonna rise up, ain't time to take a shot. We gonna rise up, rise time to take a shot.
rise up, rise
Time
up,
to take a shot.
rise up,
It's time to take a shot. Take a shot.
shot.
Take a shot. Time to take a shot. And I am not throwing away my shot. Throwing away my shot. I may not live to see our glory.
I may not live to see our glory,
I will gladly join the fight.
but I will gladly join their fight.
And when
Oh
the
no, bro,
children
no,
tell
no,
our
no, no, my
story,
mouse, please.
they'll tell the story of
Easy.
Let's have another round tonight. Let's have another round tonight.
Let's have another round tonight.
Raise a glass to freedom, something they can never take away, no matter what they tell you.
Easy, bitch.
Raise a glass to the four of us. Tomorrow there'll be more
All
of
of
us
us.
telling the
Story
story
of
of
tonight. Story of tonight.
Raise a glass to
Freedom
something they can never
is
take
our
away.
way.
No matter what
Did
they
I
tell me.
lie?
Let's have another round tonight. Raise a glass to the four of us. Tomorrow there'll be more of us
Telling the story
Story
of
of
Let's
tonight.
have another round tonight.
They'll tell the story of
Tonight. Freedom.
They'll tell the
Story of tonight. All the freedom.
They'll tell the story of tonight. Tell the story of tonight.
What the fuck, bro? Forcer's like evading, dodging those vans, bro.
At the students in the common just to watch them talk. Take Philip Schuyler, the man is loaded. Uh-oh, but little does he know that his daughters, Peggy, Angelica, Eliza, step into the city just to watch all the guys.
Angelica, Eliza, and Peggy.
Oh, like that song, to be honest.
British cut the city up, this close to giving up. Facing mass scrutiny, I scream in the face of this mass mutiny. Are these the men with which I am to defend America? We ride at midnight, Manhattan in the distance. I cannot be everywhere at once, people. I'm in dire need of assistance.
Your Excellency, sir. Who are you? Aaron Burr, sir. Mission to state my case.
As you were.
Sir, I was a captain under General Montgomery until he caught a bullet in the neck in Quebec. And well, in summary, I think that I could be of some assistance. I admire how you keep firing the British from a distance. I have some questions, a couple of suggestions on how to fight instead of fleeing west.
Yes.
Well,
Your Excellency, you wanted to see me. Hamilton, come in. Have you met Burr? Yes, sir. We keep meeting.
as I was saying, sir, I look forward to seeing your strategy play out.
Burr, close the door on your way out. Have I done something wrong, sir? On the contrary, I called you here because our odds are beyond scary. Your reputation precedes you, but I have to laugh. Sir? Hamilton, how come no one can get you on their staff? Sir! Don't get me wrong, you're a young man of great renown. I know you stole British cannons when we were still downtown. Nathaniel Greene and Henry Knox wanted to hire you. To be their secretary, I don't think so. Now why are you upset? I'm not. It's all right you want to fight, you've got a hunger. I was just like you when I was younger. Head full of fantasies of dying like a martyr. Yes. Dying is easy, young man. Living is harder. Why are you telling me this? I'm being honest. I'm working with a third of what our Congress has promised. We are a powder keg about to explode. I need someone like you to lighten the load. So? I am not throwing away my shot. Son, we are outgunned, outmanned. You need all the help you can get. I have some friends. Lawrence Mulligan, Marquis de Lafayette. Okay, what else? Outnumbered, outplanned. We'll need some spies on the inside. Some kingsmen who might let some things slide. I'll write to Congress and tell them we need supplies. We rally the guys, master the element of surprise. I'll rise above my station, organize your information till we rise to the occasion of our new nation. Sir, here comes the general. Rise up. What? Here comes the general. Rise up. What? Here comes the general. Rise up. What? Here comes the general. What? And his right-hand man.
bastard, orphan, son of a whore, go on and on, grow into more of a phenomenon. Watch this obnoxious, arrogant, loudmouth bother be seated at the right hand of the Father. Washington hires Hamilton right on sight, but Hamilton still wants to fight, not right. Now Hamilton's skill with the quill is undeniable, but what do we have in common? We're reliable with the ladies. There are so many to deflower. Ladies. Looks, proximity to power. Ladies. They delighted and distracted them off of Washington. Named a feral tomcat after him.
That's true.
1780, a winter's ball, and the Schuyler sisters are the envy of all. Yo, if you could marry a sister, you're rich, son.
Is it a question of if, Burr, or which one?
Hey,
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 hey, hey, hey, hey.
woman, go get it. I have taken over writing all this correspondence. Congress writes, George attacked the British forces. I shoot back, we have resorted to eating our horses. Local merchants deny us equipment assistance. They only take British money, so sing a song of sixpence.
The cavalry's not coming.
Sir,
Alex, listen, there's only one way for us to win this. Provoke outrage. Outright. That's right. Don't engage. Strike by night. Remain relentless till their troops take flight.
make it impossible to justify the cost of the fight.
Outrun.
Outrun.
Outlast.
Outlast.
Hit 'em quick, get out fast. Stay alive until this horrible show is past. We're gonna fly a lot of flags, half-mast.
Raise a glass.
I go back to New York in my apprenticeship.
I ask for French aid, I pray that France is sent a ship.
I stay at work with Hamilton, we write essays against slavery,
I'll
and every
change
day's a
my
test of our
hairstyle
camaraderie
real
and
quick.
We
bravery.
cut supply lines, we steal contraband. We pick and choose our battles and places to take a stand. And every day, sir, entrust me with a command. And every day,
Bro,
he
this
dismisses
vent is
me out of
sauce.
hand. Instead of me, he promotes Charles Lee, makes him second in command.
I'm a general.
Yeah, he's not the choice I would have gone with. He shits the bed at the Battle of Monmouth. Everyone attack!
Retreat!
Attack!
Retreat!
What are you doing, Lee? Get back on your feet!
There's so many of them.
I'm sorry, is this not your speed? Hamilton, ready, sir.
Have Lafayette take the lead.
Yes, sir.
1,000 soldiers die in 100-degree heat.
As we snatch a stalemate from the jaws of defeat.
Charles Lee was left behind without a pot to piss in. He started saying this to anybody who would listen.
Washington cannot be left alone to his devices. Indecisive from crisis to crisis. The best thing he can do for the revolution is turn and go back to planting tobacco in Mount Vernon.
Don't do a thing. History will prove him wrong.
Okay,
Sir,
let's go,
we have a
man.
war to fight. Let's move along.
and
Strong
this.
words from Lee. Someone ought to hold him to it.
I can't disobey direct orders.
Then I'll do it.
Alexander.
Okay, it's actually bad, never mind.
Lawrence, do not throw away your shot.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. It's the 10 dual commandments. It's the 10 dual commandments. Number one,
The challenge, demand satisfaction. If they apologize, no need for further action.
number two,
If they don't, grab a friend, that's your second.
Your lieutenant, when there's reckoning to be reckoned.
number three,
Have your seconds meet face to face.
Negotiate a peace.
Or negotiate a time and place.
This is commonplace, especially between recruits.
most disputes die and no one shoots. Number four,
If they don't reach a peace, that's alright. Time to get some pistols and the doctor on site.
That's
You pay him in
fine.
advance, you treat him with civility.
You have him turn around so he can have deniability.
five,
Duel before the sun is in the sky.
pick a place to die where it's high and dry. Number six,
Leave a note for your next of kin. Tell them where you've been. Pray that hell or heaven lets you in.
seven,
Confess your sins, ready for
I'm
the
getting it
moments
wrong
of
with-
adrenaline.
I did it
When
wrong.
you finally face your opponent.
number eight, your last chance to negotiate. Send in your second, see if they can set the record straight.
Alexander.
Aaron Burr, sir.
Can we agree the duels are dumb and immature?
Sure, but your man has to answer for his words, Burr.
With his life, we both know that's absurd, sir.
Hang on, how many men died because Lee was inexperienced and ruinous?
Okay, so we're doing this.
Number 9. Look him in the eye, ain't no higher. Summon all the courage you require. Then count
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Number 10 paces, fire! Lee, do you yield?
Shot him in the side, yes, he yields. I'm satisfied. No, we gotta clear the field.
Go, we won.
Here comes the general.
This should be fun.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Burr? Get a medic for the general.
Yes, sir.
Lee, you will never agree with me, but believe me, these young men don't speak for me. Thank you for your service.
That's right.
Hamilton, sir, meet me inside. Son,
Don't call me son.
this war is hard enough without infighting.
Lee called you out, we called his
You
bluff.
solve nothing. You aggravate our allies to the south.
You're absolutely right. John should have shot him in the mouth. That would have shut him up.
Son,
I'm not your son.
watch your tone. I am not a maiden in need of defending. I
Charles
am
Lee,
grown.
Thomas Conway, these men take your name and they rake it through the mud.
My name's been through a lot. I can take.
Well, I don't have your name. I don't have your titles. I don't have your land. But if you
know,
if you gave me command of a battalion, a group of men to lead, I could fly above my station after the war.
or you could die, and we need you
I
alive.
am more than willing to die.
Your wife needs you alive, son. I need you alive.
Call me son one more time.
Go home, Alexander. That's an order from your commander.
Sir.
Go home.
Damn.
Look around at how lucky we are to be alive
Right
right
now.
now. Look around, look around.
How long have you known?
A month or so.
Eliza, you should have told me.
I wrote to the general a month ago.
No.
I begged him to send you home.
You should have told me.
I'm not sorry. I knew you'd fight until the war was
War's
won.
not done.
But you deserve a chance to meet your son. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now.
Will you relish being a poor man's wife, unable to provide for your life?
I relish being your wife. Look around, look around. Look at where you are. Look at where you started. The fact that you're alive is a miracle. Just stay alive, that would be enough. And if this child shares a fraction of your smile or a fragment of your mind, look outward, that would be enough. I don't pretend to know the challenges you're facing, the worlds you keep erasing and creating in your mind. But I'm not afraid. I know who I married, so long as you come home at the end of the day. That would be enough. We don't need a legacy. We don't need money. If I can grant peace of mind, you could let me inside your heart. Oh, let me be a part of the narrative in the story they will write someday. Let this moment be the first chapter where you decide to stay. And I could be enough.
Bro, what?
And we could be enough. That would be enough.
How does a ragtag ragtag volunteer army in need of a shower. Somehow defeat a global superpower. How do we emerge victorious from the quagmire? Leave the battlefield waving Betsy Ross's flag higher. Yo, turns out we have a secret weapon, an immigrant you know and love who's unafraid to step in. He's constantly confusing, confounding the British henchmen. Everyone give it up for America's favorite fighting Frenchman!
I'm taking this horse by the reins, making red coats weather with blood stains. And I'm never gonna stop until I make them drop or burn them up and scatter the remains down. Watch me engaging them, escaping them, and raising them out. I go to France for more fun. I come back with more guns. On ships, and so their balance shifts.
We rendezvous with Rochambeau, consolidate their gifts.
We can end this war in Yorktown, cut them off at sea, but for this to succeed, there's someone else we need.
I know.
So he knows what to do in the trench, ingenuitive and fluent in French, I mean. So you're gonna have to use him eventually. What's he gonna do in the bench, I mean? No one has my resilience or matches my practical, tactical brilliance. You want to fight for your land back?
I need my right-hand man back.
Yeah. Get your right-hand man back. You know you gotta get your right-hand man back. I mean, you gotta put some thought into the letter, but the sooner the better to get your right-hand man back.
Alexander Hamilton. Troops are waiting in the field.
Yo, I'm so unlucky, bro.
If you join us right now, together we can turn the tide. Oh, Alexander Hamilton. I have soldiers that will yield for you.
Those effects are stupid. If they want to make it good, it should be like with the wind on, bro, not like that. Bro. What is this? Bro, that's cringe. I don't know. We're just trying to fill up the fucking updates.
I was younger than you are now. When I was given my first command, I led my men straight into a massacre. I witnessed their deaths firsthand. I made every mistake and felt the shame rise in me. And even now I lie awake, knowing history has its eyes on me. History has its eyes on me. Let me tell you what I wish I'd known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control who lives, who dies, who tells your story. I know that we can win. I know that greatness lies in you, but remember from here on in, history has its eyes on you. History has its eyes on you.
The Battle of Yorktown, 1781.
Monsieur Hamilton,
Monsieur Lafayette,
in command where you belong.
are you saying no sweat? We're finally on the field, we've had quite a run.
Immigrants, we get the job done.
So what happens if we win?
I go back to France, I bring freedom to my people if I'm given the chance.
We'll be with you when you do.
Go, lead your man.
I'll see you on the other side.
Till we meet again.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Till the world turns upside down. Till the world turns upside down. I imagine yet so much it feels more like a memory. This is where it gets me. On my feet, the enemy ahead of me. If this is the end of me, at least I have a friend with me. Weapon in my hand, a command of my men with me. Then I remember my Eliza is expecting me. Not only that, my Eliza is expecting. We gotta go, gotta get the job done. Gotta start a new nation, gotta meet my son. Take the bullets out your gun, the bullets out your gun. We move undercover and we move as one. Through the night we have one shot to live another day. We cannot let a stray gunshot close. Seize the moment and stay in it. It's either that or meet the business end of a bayonet. The code word is Rochambeau. Dig me? Rochambeau. You have your orders now. Go, man, go. And so the American experiment begins with my friends all scattered to the winds. Lawrence is in South Carolina, redefining bravery. We'll never be free until we end slavery. When they finally drive the British away, Lafayette is there waiting in Chesapeake Bay. How did we know that this plan would work? We had a spy on the inside, that's right. Hercules Mulligan!
Tell a spy on the British government. I take the measurements, information, and then I smuggle it to my brother's revolutionary covenant. I'm running with the Sons of Liberty, and I am loving it. See, that's what happens when you up against the Ruffians. We in the shit now, somebody's gotta shovel it. Hercules Mulligan, I need no introduction. When you knock me down, I get the fuck back up again.
After a week of fighting, a young man in a red coat stands on a parapet.
We lower our guns as he frantically waves their white handkerchief.
And just like that, it's over. We tend to our wounded. We count our dead.
Black and white soldiers wonder in life if it really means free.
Not yet.
We negotiate the terms of surrender. I see George Washington smile. We escort their men out of Yorktown. They stagger home single file. Tens of thousands of people flood the streets. There are screams and church bells ringing. And as our fallen foes retreat, I hear the drinking song they're singing.
They say the price of my war's not a price that they're willing to pay. Insane! You cheat with the French, now I'm fighting with France and with Spain. I'm so blue. I thought that we made an arrangement when you went away. You were mine to subdue. Well, even despite our estrangement, I've got a small query for you. What comes next? You've been freed. Do you know how hard it is to lead? You're on your own. Awesome. Wow. Do you have a clue what happens now? Oceans rise, empires fall. It's much harder when it's all your call. All alone across the sea. When your people say they hate you, don't come crawling back to me. Da 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 da. Da 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 ya da 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 ya da. You're on your own.
Damn it. The last one was so perfect, bro. But I just didn't got fucking ghost, bro. It's dumb.
Theodosia, what to say to you? You have my eyes, you have your mother's name. When you came into the world, you cried, and it broke
Let me
my
go.
heart.
Oh no, bro.
I'm dedicating every day to you. Domestic life was never quite my style. When you smile, you knock me out, I fall apart.
and I thought I was so smart. You will come of age with
I must run. I must run.
We'll bleed and fight for
Easy.
you. We'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Oh, Philip, when you smile, I am undone. My son, look at my son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for. There is so much more inside me now. Philip, you outshine the morning sun, my son. When you smile, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart. My father wasn't
Bro, this
around.
man is
My father
crazy.
wasn't around. I swear that I'll be around for you. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll make a million mistakes. I'll make the world safe and sound.
This man is actually crazy. What?
Come of age
You're
with
like
our
15,
young
right?
nation.
Bro, what?
We'll bleed and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday.
After the war, I went back to New York.
After the war, I went back to New York.
I finished up my studies and I practiced law.
I practiced law. Burr worked next door.
Even though we started at the very same time, Alexander Hamilton began to climb. How to account for his rise to the top? Man, the man is non-stop.
Gentlemen of the jury, I'm curious, bear with me. Are you aware that we're making history? This is the first murder trial of our brand new nation, the liberty behind the liberation. I intend to prove beyond the shadow of a doubt with my assistant counsel.
Told counsel Hamilton, sit down. Our client Larry Weeks is innocent. Call your first witness. That's all you had to say.
Okay, one more thing.
Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Soon that attitude may be your doom. Why do you write like you're running out of time? Write day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time. Keep on fighting in the meantime.
Non-stop. Corruption's such an old song that we can sing along in harmony. And nowhere is it stronger than in Albany. These colonies, economies, increasingly stalling. And honestly, that's why public service seems to be calling me. I practiced the law, practically perfected it. I've seen injustice in the world and I've corrected it. Now for a strong central democracy. If not, then I'll be Socrates throwing verbal rocks at these mediocrities.
Hamilton at the Constitutional Convention.
I was chosen for the Constitutional Convention.
There is a New York junior delegate.
Now what I'm gonna say may sound indelicate.
He goes and proposes his own form of government. His own plan for a new form of government. Talks for 6 hours. The convention is listless.
Bright young man.
Yo, who the F is this?
Why do you always say what you believe? Why do you always say what you believe? Every proclamation guarantees free ammunition for your enemies. Why do you write like it's going out of style? Write day and night like it's going out of style. Every day you fight like it's going out of style. Do what you do. Alexander?
Aaron Burr, sir.
Well, it's the middle of the night.
Can we confer, sir?
Is this a legal matter?
Yes, and it's important to me.
What do you need?
Burr, you're a better lawyer than me.
Okay.
I know I talk too much. I'm abrasive. You're incredible in court. You're succinct, persuasive. My client needs a strong defense. You're the solution.
Who's your client?
The new U.S. Constitution?
No.
Hear me out.
No way.
A series of essays anonymously published defending the document to the public.
No one will read it.
I disagree.
And if it fails...
Bird, that's why we need it.
The Constitution's a mess.
So it needs amendments.
It's full of contradictions.
So is independence. We have to start somewhere.
No. No way.
You're making a mistake.
Good night.
Hey, what are you waiting for? What do you stall for?
What?
We won the war. What was it all for? Do you support this Constitution?
Of course.
Then defend it.
And what if you're backing the wrong horse?
Burr, we studied and we fought and we killed for the notion of a nation we now get to build. For once in your life, take a stand with pride. I don't understand how you stand to the side.
I'll keep all my plans close to my chest. I'll wait here and see which way the wind will blow. I'm taking my time watching the afterbirth of a nation, watching the tension grow.
I am sailing off to London. I am accompanied by someone who always pays. I have found a wealthy husband who will keep me in comfort for all my days. He is not a lot of fun, but there's no one who can match you for turn-up phrase. My Alexander, don't forget to ride. Look at where you are. Look at where you started. The fact that you're alive is a miracle. To stay alive, that would be enough. And if your wife could share a fraction of your time, if I could grant you peace of mind, would that be enough?
Alexander joins forces with James Madison and John Jay to write a series of essays defending the new United States Constitution entitled the Federalist Papers. The plan was to write a total of 25 essays, the work divided evenly among the three men. In the end, they wrote 85 essays in the span of 6 months. John Jay got sick after writing 5. James Madison wrote 29. Hamilton wrote the other 51. How do you write like you're running out of time? Write day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time. Like you're running out of time. Are you running out of time?
How do you write like tomorrow won't arrive? How do you write like you need it to survive? How do you write every second you're alive? Every second you're alive. Every second you're alive.
They're asking me to lead. I'm doing the best I can to get the people that I need. I'm asking you to be my right hand,
Treasury
man.
or state?
I know it's a lot to ask.
Treasury or
to
state?
leave behind the world, you know.
Sir, do you want me to run the Treasury or State Department?
Treasury. Let's go.
Alexander,
I have to leave.
Alexander.
Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now.
Helpless.
They are asking me to leave.
Look around. Isn't this enough? He will never be satisfied. He will never be satisfied. Satisfied.
History I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am
Alexander Hamilton, Hamilton, just you wait.
I am not throwing away my shot.
Seventeen.
1789. How does the bastard, orphan, immigrant, decorated war vet unite the colonies through more debt? Fight the other founding fathers till he has to forfeit. Have it all, lose it all. You ready for more yet? Treasury Secretary, Washington's the president. Every American experiment sets a precedent. Not so fast, someone came along to resist him. Pissed him off until we had a two-party system. You haven't met him yet, you haven't had the chance, cause he's been kicking ass as the ambassador to France. But someone's gotta keep the American promise. You simply must meet Thomas.
Thomas Jefferson's coming home.
Thomas Jefferson's coming home.
Thomas Jefferson's coming home.
Thomas Jefferson's coming
generation, there is no more status quo. But the sun comes up and the world still spins. I helped Lafayette draft a declaration. Then I said I gotta go. I gotta be in Monticello. Now the work at home begins. So what did I miss? What did I miss? Virginia, my home sweet home. I wanna give you a kiss. I've been in Paris meeting lots of different ladies. I guess I basically missed the late 80s. I traveled the wide, wide world and came back to this. There's a letter on my desk from the president. Haven't even put my bag down yet. Sally, BLM, darling, won't you open it? It says the president's assembling a cabinet, and then I end up being the Secretary of State. Great, and I'm already sending approved. I just got home and now I'm headed up to New York.
Headed to New York, headed to New York.
Looking at the rolling fields, I can't believe that we are free. Ready to face whatever's awaiting me in NYC. But who's waiting for me when I step into place? My friend James Madison, red in the face. He grabs my arm and I respond, what's going on?
Thomas, we are engaged in a battle for our nation's very soul. Can you get us out of the mess we're in? Hamilton's new financial plan is nothing less than government control. I've been fighting for the South alone. Where have you been?
France?
We have to win.
Well, what did I miss?
What did I miss?
What did I miss? Head first into a political abyss.
Head first into the abyss.
I had my first cabinet meeting today. I guess I better think of something to say. I'm already on my way to get to the bottom of this.
What did I miss?
Mr. Jefferson, welcome home.
Mr. Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton.
Mr. Jefferson, welcome home.
Mr. Jefferson, welcome home, sir. You've been off in Paris for so long.
So what did I miss?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us in New York City. Are you ready for a cabinet meeting, huh? The issue on the table. Secretary Hamilton's plan to assume state debt and establish a national bank. Secretary Jefferson, you have the floor, sir.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We fought for these ideals, we shouldn't settle for less. These are wise words, enterprising men quote them. Don't act surprised, you guys, cause I wrote them. Ow, but Hamilton forgets. His plan would have the government assume state debts. Now place your bets as to who that benefits. The very seat of government where Hamilton sits.
Not true.
Oh, if the shoe fits, wear it. If New York's in debt, why should Virginia bear it? Our debts are paid, I'm afraid. Don't tax the South, cause we got it made in the shade. In Virginia, we plant seeds in the ground. We create, you just wanna move our money around. This financial plan is an outrageous demand, and it's too many damn pages for any man to understand. Stand with me in the land of the free. Pray to God we never see Hamilton's candidacy. Look, when Britain taxed our tea, we got frisky. Imagine what gon' happen when you try to tax our whiskey.
Thank you, Secretary Jefferson. Secretary Hamilton, your response.
Thomas, that was a real nice declaration. Welcome to the present, we're running a real nation. Would you like to join us? Or stay mellow, doing whatever the hell it is you do in Monticello? If we assume the debts the union gets, a new line of credit, a financial diuretic, how do you not get it? If we're aggressive and competitive, the union gets a boost, you'd rather give it a sedative? A civics lesson from a slaver. Hey neighbor, your debts are paid cause you don't pay for labor. We plant seeds in the South, we create, they keep ranting. We know who's really doing the planting. And another thing, Mr. Age of Enlightenment, don't lecture me about the war, you didn't fight in it. You think I'm frightened of you, man? We almost died in the trench while you were off getting high with the French. Thomas Jefferson always hesitant with the president. Reticent, there isn't a plan he doesn't jettison. Madison, you mad as a hatter, so take your medicine. Damn, you in worse shape than the National useless as two shits. Hey, turn around, bend over, I'll show you where my shoe fits.
Excuse me. Madison, Jefferson, take a walk. Hamilton, take a walk. We're gonna reconvene after a brief recess. Hamilton,
Sir?
a word.
You don't have the votes.
You don't have the votes. You're gonna need congressional approval, and you don't have the votes. Such a blunder. Sometimes it makes me wonder why I even bring the thunder.
Why he even brings the thunder?
You wanna pull yourself together?
I'm sorry, these Virginians are birds of a feather.
Young man, I'm from Virginia, so watch your mouth.
So we let Congress get held hostage by the South?
You need the votes.
No, we need bold strokes. We need this
No,
plan.
you need to convince more folks.
Well, James Madison won't talk to me. That's a non-starter.
Winning was easy, young man. Governing's hard.
They're being intransigent.
You have to find a compromise.
But they don't have a plan. They just hate mine.
Convince them otherwise.
And what happens if I don't get congressional approval?
I imagine they'll call for your removal.
Sir,
Figure it out, Alexander. That's an order from your commander.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
6, 7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
my dearest Angelica, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day. I trust you'll understand the reference to another Scottish tragedy without my having to name the play. They think me Macbeth.
Das Tattoo
Ambition
ist-
is my folly, I'm a polymath, a pain in the ass, a massive pain. Madison is Banquo, Jefferson's Macduff, and Burnham was Congress on its way to Dunsinane. There you are an ocean away, do you have to live an ocean away? Thoughts of you subside, then I get another letter, we cannot put the notion away.
Take a break.
I'm on my way.
There's a little surprise before supper, and it cannot wait.
I'll be there in just a minute, save my plate.
Alexander,
Okay.
your son is 9 years old today. He has something he'd like to say. He's been practicing all day. Philip, take it away.
Daddy, look. My name is Philip. I am a poet. I wrote this poem just to show it. Nah, just turned 9. You can write rhymes, but you can't write mine.
What?
I practice French and play piano with my mother. I have a sister, but I want a little brother.
Okay.
My daddy's trying to start America's bank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Take a break.
Hey, our kid is pretty great.
Run away with us for the summer. Let's go upstate.
Lies, I've got so much on my plate.
We can all go stay with my father. There's a lake I know near my
I love
pond.
to go.
You and I can go when the night gets dark.
I will try to get away.
My dearest Alexander, you must get through to Jefferson. Sit down with him and compromise. Don't stop till you agree. Your favorite older sister, Angelica, reminds you there's someone in your corner all the way across the sea. In a letter I received from you 2 weeks ago, I noticed a comma in the middle of a phrase. It changed the meaning. Did you intend this? One stroke and you've consumed my waking days. It says, my dearest Angelica. With a comma after dearest, you've written my dearest Angelica. Anyway, all this to say, I'm coming home this summer at my sister's invitation. I'll be there with your family if you make your way upstate. I know you're very busy, I know your work's important, but I'm crossing the ocean and I just can't wait. You won't be an ocean away, you'll only be a moment away.
Alexander, come downstairs. Angelica's arriving today. Angelica, Eliza,
The Schuyler sisters.
Alexander.
Hi.
It's good to see your face. Angelica, tell this man John Adams spends the summer with his family.
Angelica, tell my wife John Adams doesn't have a real job anyway.
You're not joining us, wait.
I'm afraid I cannot join you upstate.
Alexander, I came all this way.
She came all this way.
All this way, take a break.
You know I have to get my plan through Congress.
Run away with us for the summer, let's go upstate.
I lose my job if we don't get this plan through Congress.
All go stay with our father. There's a lake I know I'll miss your face. Screw your courage to the sticking place. Feel life's right. Take a break and get away. Run away with us for the summer, let's go upstate. Where we can stay. We can all go stay with our father. If you take your time, how big you are to be alive. Close your eyes and dream when the night gets dark. Take a break.
I have to get my plan through Congress. I can't stop till I get this plan through Congress.
There's nothing like summer in the city. Someone under stress meets someone looking pretty. There's trouble in the air, you can smell it. And Alexander's by himself. I'll let him tell it.
I hadn't slept in a week, I was weak, I was awake. You'd never seen a bastard orphan more in need of a break. Longing for Angelica,
I am back.
missing my wife. That's when Miss Mariah Reynolds walked into my life. She said,
I know you are a man of honor. I'm so sorry to bother you at home, but I don't know where to go.
Oh, right.
I've been here all alone.
she said,
My husband's doing me wrong, beating me, cheating me, mistreating me. Suddenly he's up and gone. I don't have the means to go on.
so I offered her a loan. I offered to walk her home. She said,
You're too kind, sir.
I gave her $30 that I had socked away. She lived a block away. She said,
This one's mine, sir.
then I said, well, I should head back home. She turned red. She led me to a bed, let her legs spread and said,
Stay.
hey.
Hey.
That's when I began to pray, Lord, show me how to say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this. But my God, she looks so helpless. And her body saying hell yes. No, show me how to say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this. In my mind, I'm trying to go. Then her mouth is on mine, and I don't say no, no, say no to this. 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 I wish I could say that was the last time I said that last time. It became a pastime. A month into this endeavor, I received a letter from a Mr. James Reynolds. Even better, it said,
Dear sir, I hope this letter finds you in good health and in a prosperous enough position to put wealth in the pockets of people like me, down on their luck. You see, that was my wife who you decided to. Uh-oh, you made the wrong sucker a cuckold. So time to pay the piper for the pants you want buckle. And hey, you can keep seeing my whole wife if the price is right. If not, I'm telling you, you're white.
I hit the letter and I raced to a place, screamed, I'll cut you in the face. She said,
No, sir.
dressed apologetic, a mess. She looked pathetic, she cried.
Please don't go, sir.
So what's your full story? You said,
I don't know about any letters.
stop crying, goddammit, get up.
I didn't know any better.
I am ruined.
Please don't leave me
I
with
am
him
helpless. How could I do this?
Just give him what he wants and you can have
I don't
me.
want you.
Whatever he
I don't want
wants,
you.
if you
I
pay, you can stay.
Lord, show me how to say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this, but the situation's helpless.
Help.
And her body's screaming hell yes. No, show me how to say no to this. How can I say no to this? There is nowhere I can go. When her body's on mine, I do not say no. Yes. Say no to this. I don't say no to this. There is nowhere I can go.
Bruh.
To know.
Mr. Secretary.
Mr. Burr, sir.
And did you hear the news about good old General Mercer?
No.
You know Claremont Street?
Yeah.
They renamed it after him. The Mercer legacy is secure.
Sure.
All he had to do was die.
Yeah, that's a lot less work.
We ought to give it a try.
Huh.
Now, how you gonna get your debt plan through?
I guess I'm gonna finally have to listen to you.
Really?
All left. 5, 4. Do whatever it takes to get my plan on the Congress floor.
And Madison and Jefferson are merciless.
Well, hate the sin, love the sinner.
Hamilton.
I'm sorry, Burr, I gotta go. But decisions are happening over dinner.
Two Virginians and an immigrant walk into a room diametrically opposed foes. They emerge with a compromise, having opened doors that were previously closed. The immigrant emerges with unprecedented financial power, a system he can shape however he wants. The Virginians emerge with the nation's capital. And here's the pièce de résistance. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one really knows how the game is played, the art of the trade, how the sausage gets made. We just assume that it happens, but no one else is in the room where it happens. Thomas claims
Alexander was on Washington's doorstep one day in distress and disarray.
Thomas claims
Alexander said,
I've nowhere else to turn.
and basically begged me to join the fray.
Thomas claims
I approached Madison and said, I know you hate him, but let's hear what he has to say.
Thomas claims
Well, I arranged the meeting. I arranged the menu, the venue, the seating.
But no one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one really knows how the parties get to yes. The pieces that are sacrificed in every game of chess. We just assume that it happens, but no one else is in the room where it happens. Meanwhile, Madison is grappling with the fact that not every issue can be settled by committee. Meanwhile, Congress is fighting over where to put the capital. It isn't pretty. And Jefferson approaches with the dinner and invite. Madison responds with Virginian insight.
Maybe we can solve one problem with another and win the victory for the Southerners. In other words,
Ho,
a quid pro quo.
I suppose.
Wouldn't you like to work a little closer to home?
Actually, I would.
Well, I propose the Potomac.
And you'll provide him his votes.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Let's go.
No.
What else was in the room where it happened? The room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened.
My God,
You got to trust, but we never really know what got discussed. Click, boom, and it happened.
and no one else is in the room where it happened.
Alexander Hamilton.
What did they say to you that you to sail New York City down the river?
Alexander Hamilton.
Did Washington know about the dinner? Was there presidential pressure to deliver?
Alexander Hamilton.
Or did you know even then it doesn't matter where you put the U.S. Capitol?
Cause we'll have the banks, we're in the same spot.
You got more than you gave.
And I wanted what I got. When you got skin in the game, you stay in the game. But you don't better win unless you play in the game. Oh, you get love for it, you get hate for it, you get nothing if you wait for it, wait for it, wait. God help and forgive me. I wanna build something that's gonna outlive me. What do you want, Bert? What do you want, Bert? You stand for nothing, Bert. What do you fall for?
I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. I've got to be in the room where it happens. That big old room.
The art of the compromise.
Hold your nose and close your eyes.
They wanna lead us to save the day.
We don't get a say in what they trade away.
We dream of a brand new start.
But we dream in the dark for the most part. Dark as a tomb where it happens. I've got to be in the room. I've got to be where it happens. I've got
Schuyler loses Senate seat to young upstart Aaron Burr. Grandpa just lost his seat in the Senate.
Sometimes that's how it goes.
Daddy's gonna find out any minute.
I'm sure he already knows.
Further down, let's meet the newest senator from New York.
New York,
Our senator.
Burr, since when are you a Democratic Republican?
Since being one put me on the up and up again.
No one knows who you are or what you do.
They don't need to know me, they don't like you.
Excuse me?
Wall Street thinks you're great. You'll always be adored by the things you create, but upstate,
Wait.
people think you're crooked. The scholarship was up for grabs, so I took it.
I've always considered you a friend.
I don't see why that has to
You
end.
changed parties to run against my father-in-law.
I changed parties to seize the opportunity I saw. I swear your pride will be the death of us all. Beware, it goeth before the fall.
The issue on the table. France is on the verge of war with England. Now, do we provide aid and troops to our French allies, or do we stay out of it? Remember, my decision on this matter is not subject to congressional approval. The only person you have to convince is me. Secretary Jefferson, you have the floor, sir.
When we were on death's door, when we were needy, we made a promise. We signed a treaty. We needed money and guns and half a chance. Who provided those funds?
France.
In return, they didn't ask for land. Only a promise that we'd lend a hand and stand with them if they fought against oppressors. And revolution is messy, but now is the time to stand. Stand with our brothers as they fight against tyranny. I know that Alexander Hamilton is here and he would rather not have this debate. I'll remind you that he is not Secretary of State. He knows nothing of loyalty. Smells like new money, dresses like fake royalty. Desperate to rise above his station. Everything he does betrays the ideals of our nation. Hey, and if you don't know, now you know, Mr. President.
Thank you, Secretary Jefferson. Secretary Hamilton, your response.
You must be out of your goddamn mind if you think the president is gonna bring the nation to the brink of meddling in the middle of a military mess, a game of chess where France is queen and kingless, who signed a treaty with a king whose head is now in a basket. Would you like to take it out and ask it? Or should we honor our treaty, King Louis's head? Do whatever you want. I'm super dead. Enough. Hamilton is right.
Mr.
We're
President.
too fragile to start another fight.
But, sir, do we not fight for freedom?
Sure, when the French figure out who's gonna lead them.
The people are leading.
People are rioting. There's a difference. Frankly, it's a little disquieting. You would let your ideals blind you to reality. Hamilton,
Sir.
draft a statement of neutrality.
Did you forget Lafayette?
What?
Have you an ounce of regret? You accumulate debt, you accumulate power, yet in their hour of need you forget.
Lafayette's a smart man. He'll be fine. And before he was your friend, he was mine. If we try to fight in every revolution in the world, we never stop. Where do we draw the line?
So quick-witted.
Alas, I admit it.
I bet you were quite a lawyer.
My defendants got acquitted.
Yeah. Well, someone ought to remind you.
What?
You're nothing without Washington behind you.
Hamilton.
Daddy's calling.
Masterpiece.
It
Must be nice
to have
Washington on your side.
It
Must be nice. It must be nice
to have
Washington on your side.
Every action has its equal opposite reaction. Thanks to Hamilton, our cabinet's fractured into factions. Try not to crack under the stress, we're breaking down like fractions. We smack each other in the press and we don't print retractions. I get no satisfaction witnessing his fits of passion. The way he primps and preens and dresses like the pits of fashion. Our poorest citizens, our farmers, live ration to ration. As Wall Street robs them blind in search of chips to cash in. This prick is asking for someone to bring him to task. Somebody give me some dirt on his vacuous mask so we can at last unmask him. I'll pull the trigger on him. Someone load the gun and cock it. While we were all watching, he got Washington in his pocket. It must be nice. It must be nice to have Washington on your side. It must be nice. It must be nice to have Washington on your side. Look back at the Bill of Rights, which I wrote. The ink hasn't dried. It must be nice. It must be nice
to have Washington on your side. So he's doubled the size of the government. Wasn't the trouble with much of our previous government size.
Look in his eyes.
See how he lies?
Follow the scent of his enterprise.
Centralizing national credit and making American credit competitive.
If we don't stop it, we aid and abet it.
I have to resign.
Somebody has to stand up for the South.
Somebody has to stand up to his mouth.
If there's a fire you're trying to douse, you can't put it out from inside the house. I'm in the cabinet. I am complicit in watching him grabbing and power and kissing. If Washington isn't gonna listen to disciplined dissidents, this is the difference. This kid is out.
Oh, this immigrant isn't somebody we chose. Oh, this immigrant's keeping us all on our toes. Oh, let's show these federalists who they're up against. Oh, Southern motherfucking Democratic Republicans. Oh, now follow the money and see where it goes. Oh, because every second the treasury grows. Oh, if we follow the money and see where it leads, get in the weeds, look for the seeds of Hamilton's misdeeds. It must be nice. It must be nice. Follow the money and see where it goes. It must be nice. It must be nice.
The emperor has no clothes.
We won't be invisible. We won't be denied. Still, it must be nice. It must be nice to have Washington on your side.
Mr. President, you asked to see me.
I know you're busy.
What do you need, sir? Sir?
I want to give you a word of warning.
Sir, I don't know what you heard, but whatever it is, Jefferson started it.
Thomas Jefferson resigned this morning.
You're kidding.
I need a favor.
Whatever you say, sir, Jefferson will pay for this behavior.
Talk less.
I'll use the press, I'll write under a pseudonym. You'll see what I can do to him.
I need you to draft an address.
Yes, he resigned. You can finally speak your mind.
No. He's stepping down so he can run for president.
Good luck defeating you, sir.
I'm stepping down, I'm not running for president.
I'm sorry, what?
One last time. Relax, have a drink with me. One last time. Let's take a break tonight, and then we'll teach him how to say goodbye. To say goodbye, you and I.
No, sir.
I want to talk about neutrality.
Sir, with Britain and France on the verge of war, is this the best
I want
time?
to warn against partisan fighting. Pick up a pen, start writing. I want to talk about what I have learned, the hard-won wisdom I have earned.
As far as the people are concerned, you have to serve. You could continue to serve.
One last time, the people will hear from me. One last time, and if we get this right, we're gonna teach them how to say goodbye. You and I.
Mr. President,
Is actually
we will say you're weak.
No, they will see we're strong.
Your position is so unique.
So I'll use it to move them along.
Why do you have to say goodbye?
If I say goodbye, the nation learns to move
It's
on.
fine.
It outlives me when I'm gone. But the scripture says, everyone shall sit under their own vine and fig tree, and no one shall make them afraid. They'll be safe in the nation we've made. I want to sit under my own vine and fig tree, a moment alone in the shade, at home in this nation we've made. One last time.
One last time.
Yo, what's the bass?
Though, in reviewing the incidents of my administration, I am unconscious of intentional error, I am nevertheless too sensible of my defects not to think it probable that I may have committed many errors. I shall also carry with me the
Oh,
hope
you
that my
to
country
get up
will
or
view them
something?
with indulgence.
Okay.
And after 45
Nah,
years,
there's something
my
wrong
life
with this
dedicated to
hairstyle. I
its
don't know,
service,
bro. I
with
don't
an
like it.
upright zeal,
I need to get
my
a
faults
new
and
one.
incompetent abilities will be consigned to oblivion.
I need to do my
I
own.
myself will soon be to the mansions of rest. I anticipate with pleasing expectation that retreat in which I promise myself to realize the sweet enjoyment of partaking in the midst of my fellow citizens. The benign influence of good laws under a free government, the ever-favorite object of my heart, the happy reward as I trust of our mutual care.
Crazy? I was crazy once.
And dangers.
I was locked in a room. A rubber room full of rats. Rats make me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once.
Teach 'em how to say goodbye. George Washington's
What? Mask of Madness?
They say George Washington's yielding his power
the style
and
in it, I
stepping away.
guess?
Is that true? I wasn't aware that was
There's something
something
that,
a person could do. I'm perplexed. Are they going to keep on replacing whoever's in charge? If so, who's next? There's nobody else in their country who looms quite as
I
large.
don't think those both will go good with each other, but let's see.
I know him. That can't be. That's that little guy who spoke to me all those years ago. What was it? 85. That poor man, they're going to eat him alive. Oceans rise, empires fall. Next to Washington, they all look small. All alone, watch them run. They will tear each other into pieces. Jesus Christ, this will be fun. Da 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 da. President John Adams. Good luck.
Oh, wait, that's too much. That's actually too much.
How does Hamilton, the short-tempered protean creator of the Coast Guard, founder of the New York Post, ardently abuse his cabinet post, destroy his reputation? Welcome, folks, to the Adams administration. Jefferson's the runner-up, which makes him the vice president.
Washington can't help you now, no more Mr. Nice President.
Adams fires Hamilton, privately calls him Creole bastard in his taunts.
Say what?
Hamilton publishes his response.
Sit down, John, you fat mother.
Hamilton's out of control.
This is great. He's out of power, he holds no office, and he just destroyed President John Adams, the only other significant member of his party.
Hamilton is a host unto himself. As long as he can hold a pen, he's a threat. Let's let him know what we know.
Mr. Vice President, Mr. Madison, Senator Burr, what is this?
We have the check stubs from separate accounts.
Almost $1,000 paid in different amounts.
To a Mr. James Reynolds, way back in 1791.
Is that what have you done?
You are uniquely situated by virtue of your position.
Though virtue is not a word I'd apply to this situation.
To seek financial gain, you stray through sacred
That's
mission.
perfect.
And the evidence suggests you
Wait.
engaged in speculation.
An immigrant embezzling our government funds.
I can almost see the headline, your
This
career
one
is
and
done.
I hope you save some
something
money for
messy
your
as well.
daughter and sons.
Your best one, run back where you come from.
Ha! You don't even know what you're asking me to confess.
Confess.
You have nothing, I don't have to tell you anything at all. Unless if I can prove that I never broke the law? Do you promise not to tell another soul what you saw?
No one else was in the room where
It
it happened.
happened.
Is that a yes?
Yes. Dear sir, I hope this letter finds you in good health and in a prosperous enough position to put wealth in the pockets of people like me down on their luck. You see, that was my wife who you decided to.
What? She courted me, escorted me to bed, and when she had me in a corner, that's when Reynolds extorted me for assorted fee. I paid him quarterly. I may have mortally wounded my prospects, but my papers are orderly. As you can see, I kept a record of every check in my checkered history. Check it again against your list and see consistency. I never spent a cent that wasn't mine. You sent the dogs after my scent, that's fine. Yes, I have reason for shame, but I have not committed treason and sullied my good name. As you can see, I have done nothing to provoke legal action. Are my answers to your satisfaction?
Okay, that's perfect.
My
Probably.
God.
I hope so.
Gentlemen, let's go.
So?
But people won't know what we know.
Burr, how do I know you won't use this against me the next time we go toe-to-toe?
Alexander, rumors only grow. And we both know what we know.
In the eye of a hurricane there is quiet for just a moment. A yellow sky. When I was 17, a hurricane destroyed my town. I didn't drown. I couldn't seem to die. I wrote my way out. Wrote everything down far as I could see. I wrote my way out. I looked up and the town had its eyes on me. They passed a plate around. And total strangers moved to kindness by my story. Raised enough for me to book passage on a ship that was New York bound. I wrote my way out of hell. I wrote my way to revolution. I was louder than the crack in the bell. I wrote Eliza love letters until she fell. I wrote about the Constitution and defended it well. And in the face of ignorance and resistance, I wrote financial systems into existence. And when my prayers to God were met with indifference, I picked up a pen, I wrote my own deliverance. In the eye of a hurricane there is quiet for just a moment.
I don't know, I just can't get the hairstyle right.
I was 12 when my mother died. She was holding me. We were sick and she was holding me. I couldn't seem to die. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. I'll write my way out. Write everything down far as I can see. I'll write my way out. Overwhelm them with honesty. This is the eye of the hurricane. This is the only way I can protect my legacy. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait. The Reynolds pamphlet.
The Reynolds pamphlet. Have you read this? Alexander Hamilton had a torrent affair, and he wrote it down right there. Highlights. The charge against me is a connection with one James Reynolds for purposes of improper speculation. My real crime is an amorous connection with his wife for a considerable time with his knowing consent. I had frequent
Wait,
meetings
so
with her,
actually,
most of them at my own house. At his own house.
At his own house.
Mrs. Hamilton, with our children being absent on
I
a
need a
visit
wolf
to her
cut
father.
is something else.
Have you read
Well,
this?
he never gonna be president now.
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 One less thing to worry about. That's one less thing to worry about.
I came as soon as I heard.
Angelica.
All the way from
This-
London. Damn.
Angelica, thank God someone who understands what I'm struggling here to do.
I'm not here for you. I know my sister like I know my own mind. You
love my sister more than anything in this life. I will choose her happiness over mine every time. Put what we had aside, I'm standing at her side. You can never be satisfied, God, I hope you're satisfied.
Never gonna be president now. 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 One less thing to worry about. That's one less thing to worry about.
I saved every letter you wrote me. From the moment I read them, I knew you were mine. You said you were mine. I thought you were mine. Do you know what Angelica said when we saw your first letter arrive? She said, be careful with that one, love. He will do what it takes to survive. You and your words flooded my senses. Your sentences left me defenseless. You built me palaces out of paragraphs.
Welcome to the stream.
You built cathedrals.
Could you lend me a good hair combo, like for crazy scientist,
for some kind of sign.
I don't know,
When you
like
were
Messi,
mine, the world seemed
but like
you published the letters she wrote you.
wait,
You
this one
told the whole world
looks
how you brought this
bad.
girl into our bed. In clearing your name, you have ruined our lives. Do you know what Angelica said when she read what you'd done? She said, you've married an Icarus. He has flown too close to the sun. You and your words obsessed with your legacy. Your sentences border on senseless, and you are paranoid in every paragraph. How they perceive you, you. I'm erasing myself from the narrative. Let future historians wonder how Eliza reacted when you broke her heart. You have torn it all apart. I'm watching it burn. Watching it burn. The world has no right to my heart. The world has no place in our bed. They don't get to know what I said. I'm burning the memories, burning the letters that might have redeemed you. You forfeit all rights to my heart. You forfeit the place in our bed. You sleep in your office instead, with only the memories of when you were mine. I hope that you
bro.
Meet the latest grad graduate of King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but Dad got amazed and astonished. The scholars say I got the same virtuosity, your brains is my pops. The ladies say my brain's not where the resemblance stops. I'm only 19, but my mind is older. Gotta be my own man, like my father, but bolder. I shoulder his legacy with pride. I used to hear him say that someday I'll blow us all the way. Ladies, I'm looking for Mr. George Eaker. Made a speech last week, our 4th of July speaker. He disparaged my father's legacy in front of a crowd. I can't have that, I'm making my father proud.
I saw him just up Broadway, a couple of blocks. He was going to see a play.
Well, I go visit his box.
God, you're a fox.
Hey, y'all look pretty good in your frocks. How about when I get back, we all strip down to our socks?
Blow us all away.
George,
I'm trying to watch the show.
you should have watched your mouth before you talked about my father, though.
I didn't say anything that wasn't true. Your father's a scoundrel, and so it seems to you.
It's like that?
Yeah, I don't fool around. I'm not your little schoolboy.
See you on the dueling ground. That is, unless you want to step outside and go now.
I know where to find you. Piss off and watching this show now.
Pops, if you had only heard the shit he said about you, I doubt you would have let it slide, and I was not about to.
Slow down.
I came to ask you for advice. This is my very first duel. They don't exactly cover this subject in boarding school.
Did your friends attempt to negotiate a peace?
He refused to apologize. We had to let the peace talk cease.
Where is this happening?
Across the river in Jersey. Everything is legal in New Jersey.
All right. So this is what you're gonna do. Stand there like a man until Iker is in front of you. When the time comes, fire your weapon in the air. This will put an end to the whole affair.
But what if he decides to shoot? Then I'm a goner.
No, you'll follow suit
Wait,
if
this
you
one
be a man
is
of honor.
actually
Take someone's life
going
is something
good.
you can't
Wait.
shake. Philip, your mother can't take another heartbreak.
Father.
Promise me, you don't want this young man's blood on your conscience.
Okay, I promise.
Come back home when you're done. Take my guns. Be smart. Make me proud, son.
My name is Philip. I am a poet. And I'm a little nervous, but I can't show it. I'm sorry, I'm a Hamilton with pride. You talk about my father, I cannot let it slide. Mr. Eaker, how was the rest of your show?
I'd rather skip the pleasantries. Let's go. Grab your pistol.
Confer with your men. The duel will commence after we count to 10.
Count to 10.
Look 'em in the eye, ain't no higher. Summon all the courage you require. And slowly and clearly aim your gun towards the sky.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Where's my son?
Mr. Hamilton, come in. They brought him in a half an hour ago. He lost a lot of blood
Is
on
he
the way
alive?
on. Yes, but you have to understand. The bullet entered just above his hip and lodged in
Can
his
I
right
see
arm.
him, please?
I'm doing everything I can, but the wound was already infected when he arrived.
Pa. I did exactly as you said, Pa. I held my head up high.
I know you did everything just right.
Even before we got to 10, I was aiming for the sky.
I know.
I was aiming for the sky.
I know, save your strength and stay alive.
Is he breathing? Is he going to survive this? Who did this, Alexander? Did you know?
Mom, I'm so sorry for forgetting what you taught me.
My son,
We played piano.
taught you piano.
You would put your hands on mine.
You changed the melody every time.
I would always change the line.
I know.
I would always change the line.
I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. 7, 8. There are moments that the words don't reach. There is suffering too terrible to name. You hold your child as tight as you can, and push away the unimaginable. The moments when you're in so deep, it feels easier to just swim down. The Hamiltons move uptown and learn to live with the unimaginable.
I spend hours in the garden. I walk alone to the store, and it's quiet uptown. I never liked the quiet before. I take the children to church on Sunday. The sign of the cross at the door, and I pray. That never used to happen before.
If you see him in the street, walking by himself, talking to himself, have pity.
And if you would like it uptown, it's quiet uptown.
He is working through the unimaginable.
His hair is gone away, he passes every day. They say he walks the length of the city.
You knock me out, I fall apart.
Can you imagine?
Look at where we are. Look at where we started. I know I don't deserve you, Eliza, but hear me out, that would be enough. If I could spare his life, if I could trade his life for mine, he'd be standing here right now, and you would smile, and that would be enough. I don't pretend to know the challenges we're facing. I know there's no replacing what we've lost, and you need time. But I'm not afraid. I know who I married. Just let me stay here by your side. That would be enough.
Bro doesn't have it for
Walking by her side, talking by her side, have pity.
Eliza, do you like it uptown? It's quiet uptown.
He is trying to do the unimaginable. See them walking in the park, long after dark, taking in the sights of the city.
Look around, Eliza.
They are trying to do the unimaginable.
There are moments that the words don't reach. There's a grace too powerful to name. We push away what we can never understand. We push away the unimaginable. They are standing in the garden, Alexander by Eliza's side. She takes his hand. It's quiet uptown.
Forgiveness. Can you imagine? Forgiveness. Can you imagine? If you see him in the street, walking by her side, talking by her side, have pity. They are going through the unimaginable. The election of 1800.
Can we get back to politics?
Please?
Yo,
Wait, what?
Every action has its equal opposite
No fucking way.
reaction. John Adams shat the bed. I love the guy, but
For
he's a
straight 2
fraction.
hours?
Poor Alexander Hamilton, he is missing in
was
action. So now I'm facing Aaron
trying
Burr with his own
To
faction.
get a
Very attractive
good
in
start
New Yorkers like
for
his
this
chances.
build.
He's not very forthcoming
For
on
2
any particular
hours.
stances.
Ask him a question that glances off, he obfuscates, he dances.
And they say I'm a Francophile. At least they know I know
My
where
God.
France is.
Thomas, that's the problem. See, they see
real?
Burr as a less extreme you. You need to change course. A key endorsement might redeem you.
Who did you have in mind?
Don't laugh.
Who is it?
Used to work on the same staff. It might be nice, it might be nice.